YT. I'm here in every New Yorker's favorite place, Times Square, where behind me there are the Confront corruption protests and Demand Democracy protests. A lot of these protests have shifted to focusing on the Russia-Trump angle. That's all good. That's clearly a part of the corruption, but I want to talk to some of these protesters about what they think led to Donald Trump. Was it corruption, or do they think that just Trump is the reason for corruption in the United States? Let's go talk to them.
Many studies show that the United States is no longer a strong democracy, but is actually leaning in other directions. We have to regain this democracy as a democracy that is about we the people, which is what our founders intended. That means that money doesn't control the government. That means power doesn't control the government, but individuals, all of us who are Americans, control the government.
I think until we get significant amounts of money out of our government, out of our senators and representatives, then I think that's when it'll start to be a lot more fair. You know, with climate change, for instance, people are getting their houses destroyed, their trees are burning, and no, it's not real because there's money involved.
I'm here to save my country. In my lifetime, and I'm not a young person, I have never seen such danger to our democracy. I'm a child of the 60s. The hope, the love, the peace, the brotherhood. We thought the world was only going to get better and better. And to see this regression back to the 50s or the 30s is heartbreaking.
If you look at the money that is flowing to the Trump properties that the government is subsidizing now, the fact that he never divested, that he never showed us his tax returns, it's just astounding.
I think corruption is building in this world, and I think he's just helping it, and that's not a good thing, and I think we need it to stop.
I agree with you.
America, America, you just can't get it right. Why can't you see equality for black and brown and white?
I think right now we are in danger of no longer being a democracy. There is no transparency at all. Our government of is Trump refuses to reveal any of the things that will then tell us that he is fit to be president.
Trump is just a symptom of a widespread corruption throughout the entire United States. We have problems not only with foreign governments, we have problems with finance in the United States. Trump combines both of those two, but the United States has been under the control of the oligarchy for far too long.
Endless amounts of money funneling into political parties has sort of led us to this point where we have Donald Trump. And now Donald Trump is not on the side of the American people. He's on the side of making money, and he's on the side of helping himself.
When you're talking about draining the swamp, you were talking about trying to bring the working class people back into government. And I can understand that. I grew up in Pennsylvania in the coal mining regions and in the steel regions, and everyone was expecting that we were going to have I didn't vote for him, that they were expecting that a president that was going to represent their interests. He certainly has not represented their interests. He's been very unrealistic, and the people that he's brought into his cabinet do not reflect their interests, and they certainly are passing policies that are detrimental to all those people in terms of their health and safety.
We have got to demand paper ballots for the midterm elections in every locality, every state, nationwide, everywhere, paper ballots. We cannot trust the voting machines.
What do you think about Trump's meeting with Putin? Because I thought that was really weird.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty awkward, and for some of us Americans, we're not very happy about that.
I'm not happy. Are you happy?
I'm definitely not happy. I think it shows just the overall corruption. The fact that not only that he would meet with someone who is an American enemy in general, but also support him so openly and say such things of just such a positive nature about someone who is in the past and even in the present just trying to break down American morals.
It's comedy and tragedy. How could we sue?